Okay, so recently my hair has been taking a beating. With my schedule picking up and my days becoming busier, dry shampoo has become my best friend. Sometimes life just gets too crazy to make sure my hair is getting the best care it deserves. That's why I have been loving the Ouai Clarifying Detox Shampoo. After using it just once a week, my hair has been feeling so much lighter and clean of all the product buildup. Ouai was created by celebrity hairstylist Jen Atkin to create the first socially connected hair care brand. They have a full collection of cruelty, sulfate, and paraben-free hair care, body, and fragrance products. The detox shampoo is a combination of apple cider vinegar and keratin that exfoliates and balances your scalp, plus smooths frizz and creates shine. And don't worry about the vinegar smell. I know apple cider vinegar gets a bad rap for the smell because the detox shampoo is infused with their dreamy signature Melrose Place fragrance with rose, bergamot, lychee, cedarwood, and white musk. Use the shampoo once a week to remove built-up oils, dirt, and hard water from your hair and scalp without stripping away moisture. Let me tell you guys, the feeling after using the shampoo just once is unbeatable. You know those shampoo commercials where you see the hair is flowing in the wind effortlessly? It's something like that. When you're ready to undo some damage, hit the reset button with the Ouai Detox Shampoo. Go to THEOUAI.com and use code WT9 to get 15% off your entire purchase. That's THEOUAI.com, code WT9. All right, so you know we love an affordable but quality brand, and our next sponsor delivers both. Ana Luisa, that's ANALUISA, is a jewelry brand that creates everyday, timeless, and chic jewelry pieces with affordable price points starting at just $39. They make long-lasting pieces crafted with care from the best noble metals. They even offer a 365-day guarantee, and if you go to analuisa.com/wild and enter code WILD, you get 10% off your first purchase.
Ana Luisa also has a sustainable mission and only makes their jewelry in limited batches, ensuring the highest production standards while avoiding excess waste. They also offset 100% of their carbon emissions, which is always something we can get behind. Ana Luisa has the perfect pieces, whether you are shopping for yourself or a loved one.
And it's not like I need to do any more shopping, but the earrings...
Nope, you definitely don't.
Okay, well.
I feel like they didn't really put enough of emphasis.
Earrings that I just got from Ana Luisa have not left my ears.
Okay, they're cute.
What? They're so cute, right? They're so cute.
Okay.
They're these like little gold safety pins, and they are so cute and go with everything. They are seriously such good quality for an affordable price, which becomes even better when you use our link for 10% off. Also, if Friday couldn't get any better, they release new jewelry collections every Friday, so you can look forward to a new selection each week.
Go treat yourself and your loved ones and use our code WILD to get 10% off. I recommend them, and they're a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry. Go check out analuisa.com/wild, code WILD. That's ANALUISA.com/wild. You get home and I'm like, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine.
No, I'm not okay.
No.
I'm not okay.
Every guy knows when she says, yeah, I'm fine. She's not fine.
She's not fine.
Yep, let's go home.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Wild Till 9. I can't tell if this is good news or bad news, but it's just Jeremy and I today.
Kinda.
You know what I haven't been able to say in so long though? It's hey guys, it's Lauren and boyfriend Jeremy.
Right.
It's been so long.
Because
it's been so long. We had 4 weeks in a row of hot fire guests. Yeah.
Kelsey,
Manny, Harry.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Harry, and then Zane and Heath.
And that's it. Nobody else wanted to come.
I can't tell if this is like a letdown for people that's just back to us, or if it's like a nice, refreshing, just like.
What are we gonna do when no one watches this episode?
Oh, like my ego will be so destroyed. Yeah. So even if this is like not exciting for you, that it's just us, just lie. Just
if you could just leave the video on.
Yeah.
Just for the rest of, at least for half of it.
For our egos. Yeah, please. If you can do that for us.
It's fragile. But we have a studio audience today.
We do have a studio audience.
We brought in a laugh track.
Yes.
In real people form.
Yes.
Can we get like a laugh of an audio or something? Steven! We need a laugh. There we go.
Oh, there it is. There's our laugh track. That was so nice.
We obviously got a budget laugh track. A little bit delayed. That's okay. So what we started, what was it? A month ago was the first time we stopped losing money in this podcast.
Right.
And now this week we are we've fooled someone into thinking that they should come and shoot a commercial with us and do some cool things.
Right.
Yeah, that was a mistake on their part, obviously.
What I will say though is that you sold them on the idea, not the idea, the fact that I have not touched a lens cap in 9 years, and that also.
What do you mean idea?
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I changed that to fact.
Right,
that's a fact.
right.
Yeah, that I haven't. Who needs a lens cap?
Well, when you're talking to technology companies, and they ask, the most interesting thing, and I, as a salesperson, give them my ideal version of tech because I've looked at the specs and all of these nerdy things that people that care about, and they go, oh, cool.
Yeah, they didn't give
that's
a fuck about you.
And then they said, what about you? And you were like, yeah, I just if it gets spilled on, if my dog eats it.
Moose and I share the hard drive, chew toy, and also sometimes works as a hard drive.
Can I just rip the cord out and it'll still work?
Do I eject it?
And they said,
55.
wow, that's a great story. We should talk about that. So
you're welcome. You're welcome, babe. I sold the commercial. It's the allure of the.
This partnership is most to do with, you.
That's so nice.
I know.
That's so nice.
But that's why we have a laugh track today and if you see a butt cheek in the middle of the lens, you just ignore that or give it some time of day, either one.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I hope that actually we use the wide and we just see someone stepping in front of us several times.
Yeah,
just to really feel the humble vibes.
So yeah, welcome back. It's been a literal month since we've recorded.
Holy shit,
just
you're right.
us. Yeah, I know, a month, four episodes. That's a whole ass month.
And I feel like, okay, before I say it, guests, what have you learned?
Oh my God, literally so much. So if you haven't watched all of the episodes with the guests, please go back and watch them. I think
this is so weird because only one's out.
No.
Two's out.
Two and 3 as of tomorrow.
I know, but we're talking about the 4 guests and we've
only seen 3. Well, we've watched the third one.
Right.
But anyways, the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, and especially with the Harry episode, everyone was like, this is the collaboration I did not know that I needed or wanted, because it kind of came at a left field. But it's been, and I think with the guests, what we were so adamant on is that we don't want to interview people.
Right.
Like people, I don't know, I'm just not into it. I've guested on so many podcasts where it's just an interview versus a conversation. And so we make such an effort to make sure that it's fun and that you're still learning things about us and we're discussing things. So it's not just a one-sided interview, because
everyone listening's yeah, we know you didn't prepare. We get it.
Yeah, exactly. You have nothing to say. Cool. Got it. So anyways, highly recommend listening to the guest episodes. And then also let us know what kind of frequency you guys want with guests and also who you want to see.
They're like, you've asked us 1,000 times. We've already told you the same people want to see.
And you still haven't gotten them.
Yeah. Well, also, I really, I know it's a compliment when someone's like, you should have Dax Shepard on your podcast.
Literally, when people say that, I'm flattered that you think that I have access to Dax Shepard.
In what fucking world are we getting Bill Gates in this podcast?
Yeah, you know who people always say they want me to collab with is someone like Emma Chamberlain. And do I know people who know her people?
That
yes.
seems actually a lot more realistic.
Maybe, but just she's so cool and she feels very unattainable. And we've crossed paths a few times. One time at VidCon, she said she loved my videos and I almost died.
So she said that she loved your videos.
Yeah, but this was in 2018. So it's been a hot minute since then.
Okay.
But when people say that, I'm I'm so flattered that you think that I'm on the same cool level as Emma Chamberlain.
Right.
And it's the same thing with Dax Shepard. They're like, oh, you should have Dax on. I'm like, that's really nice that you think that could happen.
Yeah, so coming next week, Oprah.
Right. Then after that, Obama. And then the week after that,
Obama's husband,
Obama's.
Barack. That was me calling out Michelle as the guest, and then it would be Michelle's husband.
Got it. Yeah, Obama, Michelle, Obama. Got it.
People think it would be Barack, and I'm saying,
but we want actually Michelle.
Yeah,
we want Michelle.
Right,
got it. Oh, rest in peace, Bo.
Oh, don't. Oh,
rest in peace.
That's too sad. To be fair, the amount of people that had somehow found 5 minutes of their life with that dog and then post about it on Instagram. I think I know 3 people that have met Obama's dog.
Right.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until he died this week. Rest in peace.
So, anyways, we had some really exciting guests. What did you learn?
What did I learn? I learned, it's the same shit you always know. That people you have way more in common with people than you think you do.
Totally.
Every time.
Yep.
And also,
for our video viewers, we didn't address the fact that I'm in complete blanket burrito mode right now. I just realized I'm sunburned because I went to a flea market all day, didn't wear any sunscreen because I didn't think I'd need to. I just had a 20-minute couch nap. I'm blanket burritoed as fuck. Like I'm kind of a mess over on this side. So audio listeners, thank you so much for not viewing the video portion. It's actually probably nothing new. I probably look better right now on the video portion.
Like you do this thing where you're like half butt naked on the inside of the blanket,
right?
But then the blanket on the outside. So it's something for everybody. Yeah. And also you're good for like 3 different climates.
Yes.
Yeah. Really only 2.
Got to be prepared. You never know.
No. Okay. Yeah. Well, then also I am wearing full garb and shoes because I broke my I broke my toe not once, but twice, right. I believe.
You know what? I kind of feel like you had maybe a hairline fracture, and then I think you actually broke it after that.
So I'm not going to show a picture of my toe right now.
Really, no one wants to see that, I promise.
But it's, you know how pigs in a blanket look? Yeah. And they just kind of get thick around the croissant?
We had pigs in a blanket on Thursday night. Yeah.
That's my toe right now. It's not good.
I promise your toe does not look anywhere near as nice as the pigs in a blanket that we had on Thursday.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It's a...
yeah. Jeremy won't even look at his toe.
I'm grossed out by it. Yeah. I don't want to look at it. But I feel like here's the tangent. You know how gross guys' feet are?
Yes.
And like, not that I think that I win the foot award by any means. And how many fucking podcasts in a row are we going to talk about feet? Anyway, I just feel like my foot stock went down a few pegs. Now that I've got this.
Your Wiki Feet score is about to go down.
My Wiki Feet.
You better not post a picture of like the injury or else it will go on Wiki Feet and your score will go down.
Yeah. You guys heard of Wiki Feet before? Steven, you heard of Wiki Feet? Yeah? Yeah. Have you heard of Wiki Feet? All right, we
got a story for you after we record. Yeah.
Yeah. People are like, we don't.
I feel like we talk about Wiki Feet way too much. Like the promo that we give Wiki Feet is like, we need to be compensated at this point.
But to be fair, we keep giving it to for free. So why would they pay us?
Yeah, fuck, I hate that.
Shout out WikiFeet.
Shout out WikiFeet.
Can you subscribe on WikiFeet?
No, I don't think so. They give that to you free.
Wait, but like, how do I go back to the profile? Do I just have to go like type in WikiFeet /LaurDIY?
Yes.
But what if I want like an RS? Like, what if I want an update when your score changes?
I think it changes just like on the daily when people upload new foot pics.
So you're just supposed to go back and find it?
Yeah.
Wow. There should be a login.
Okay, well maybe you can make some
login.
I don't think there is.
How would you review if there's no login? They just let anybody.
Maybe they just let anyone. Maybe it's like, well, Wikipedia. Can't you just anyone do that?
Yeah, but Wikipedia isn't as secure as WikiFeet.
How do you know?
I'm kidding. I'm sure it's the same thing.
Oh yeah,
but I think you do log into WikiFeed or something.
Okay. Anyways, we digress.
I think this wasn't what we're going to talk about this entire podcast.
No, we're talking about your broken toe.
My broken toe. Yeah. So that's pardon my shoe garb today.
Right. But also this leads into a good point is that Jeremy just quit his old job and started a new job, which also conveniently lands him in a place where we're not entirely sure where his health insurance falls currently. Like for someone who has 0 health problems and went to the doctor 0 times in the last 2 years for anything.
20 years.
Really? Even to the doctor? You go to the physical?
No, I go to the physical, but like the reason I only go to the doctor because they tell me to come back a year later if nothing's wrong.
Right.
That's the only reason I've gone.
So
and
like,
of course,
the annual.
The same week that I don't have health insurance for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do. It would just be a pain to like get to it.
Right. Do you think you could pass as Lauren Riamaki?
Break my fucking toe. Your insurance?
Yeah.
No, I'm good on that insurance.
Cheaper than no insurance?
What do you mean no insurance?
Cheaper than no insurance.
Cheaper than,
under my insurance, my shitty insurance. So
I'm going to show up and say, hi, my name's Lauren Riamaki. Can you fix my foot?
Yeah. Here's my size 5 little half Asian foot.
They're going to
when you take a look at it.
They'll find a file and they're like, so, sir, we have this on record already. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be totally fine.
But yeah, I did get a new job. How do you want to describe my new job?
Oh my God. I didn't know what my mom did as a job for like 20 years. It's all very confusing. Okay, so Jeremy, I barely even knew what you did at your old job. Oh my God, here we go. Okay. Jeremy works for...
So far, so good.
Jeremy works for... Can I say the name of the company?
Sure.
Yeah, well, because like it's on your LinkedIn and shit.
This
is not private information.
I really appreciate that you think my profession is that secretive.
So Jeremy works for Crypto.com, which is obviously for cryptocurrency, and that's all accurate?
Good. Yeah,
that's all accurate. And so he is kind of selling NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens.
Yes.
Which are non-fungible tokens, which is essentially digital art that lives in the blockchain.
Okay.
So that's what an NFT is.
Okay.
I'm sure there are so many other resources where you can learn more about NFTs rather than this podcast.
No. But keep going. This is good.
There's a good basics, I feel like. This is solid basics. So Jeremy is selling / connecting people who want their own NFT. So whether that be an athlete, a brand, a celebrity, musician, influencer, gamer,
a musician, an artist,
like me,
a musical artist.
Yeah, roast yourself rap.
Yeah,
may she rest in peace.
We'll bring that thing back.
No, it's okay. Jeremy's job is to connect. Jeremy's job is to sell them the NFT deal. So whatever like the upfront money is that they get and help them price it probably and not really sell the NFT. You kind of set them up to do the deal. You do the deal with them and then they kind of just sell it. Someone else does like the other part of that. And then he's also responsible for connecting them with the digital artist who will help bring the NFT to life digitally.
There's no lies there.
Okay.
0 lies.
Okay. And out of 10, where did I go? Where did I land?
10.
Yeah.
You kidding?
Fucking.
I was waiting for you to be like, Jeremy,
and now I'm sweating. Now I don't need the blanket. That was so much stress. Yeah. Now I'm sweating.
Yeah. It goes from like blanket to half naked.
Right.
Just
there's
like
no in between.
Yeah.
No in between.
Yeah. So I'm just master of Dogecoin and that's it.
I love that for you. I actually bought more Doge. I bought more Doge we almost had a camera. We almost had a much more expensive camera than ours go down.
Yeah. We just saw we became a very expensive shoot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That we are definitely not liable for.
Yeah, no,
just want to make that very clear.
Insurance on somebody else's part. Wow, that's all it took? They just swapped the battery with it. Like,
wow.
It reminds me of like when a plane is flying and the other plane comes while it's flying and refuels it real quick.
Never seen that before.
Really?
Yeah. Never seen it. So yeah, Jeremy is Dogecoin, master of Doge.
Master of Doge, yeah.
But you know what?
My boss is going, no.
No, you're not.
No.
We don't do anything with Doge.
Wait, I'm going to get like a notice from corporate.
And then the other thing with NFT is that it can be sold and bought with either money or ETH.
Well,
right?
Money or ETH.
Like cash.
Would we call that fiat currency?
Like a regulated money bank currency.
We'd call that fiat currencies.
Don't know what a fiat is. I'm only picturing the small little Italian car.
Is that a fiat?
Yeah, fiat.
Oh my, you're right.
The little tiny cars?
Wow.
That fit into all parking spaces?
Right. I wonder if it's better for them that everyone's now using that, or is it, I wonder, worse because now everyone uses it and they are not.
Well, I don't know what fiat you're talking about.
Fiat. Yeah.
Is it like, is that the bank money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fiat in Latin means
what? How do you spell that fiat?
FIAT.
Oh, so the same thing as the car.
Yeah.
Yikes! They need to rebrand.
Yeah, but like fiat is like I think in Latin it means let it be done. Anyway, long story short. Yeah. So that you were 100% correct. Besides the whole cash thing, but yeah,
I was so good. I was at 10, and I just went down a grade, didn't I? 9.
No, it was good. No, 10.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
We're around 10.
Well, it also was connected with ETH, which is Ethereum, which is what I stole from the podcast account. Remember when I wanted to buy Ethereum on Sunday at like midnight, and I stole $10,000 from our account?
Wild Til 9's first purchase was
$10,000 in Ethereum, which has more than doubled since I made that investment. Not giving any kind of investment advice, but I will say that was a good purchase.
I will include a link at somewhere below with a sign up link that for sure puts money back in my referral pocket if you sign up for crypto.com.
Oh, okay.
For sure in there.
Okay. How do I get in on this?
Well, so I would be receiving money for it. So it's like, a rising tide lifts all boats. No? Not excited about that?
Got it. I did like that metaphor though. I've never heard that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know if it's rising tide lifts all boats or lifts all ships.
Okay. Well.
Studio audience, anyone? No?
Boat ships,
got it.
You're on your own. You're on your own,
and
pal.
also, what's funny is for us having a laugh track, and I'm sure that he'd be on top of it if we said something funny.
Right.
Well, I haven't heard any laughs yet.
Yeah, you're not hitting.
No.
I'm
not hitting.
You're not hitting with it.
I'm not hitting.
Well, I'm hilarious, so I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Only on Twitter, though.
Hot fire tweets.
Anyway, the point is, I feel like I've been in this, not like a transition period, but getting like the job that I was in before. How do I put this? I loved that job. I was not looking for a new job, but I got a call from an old colleague of mine, Joe Conyers. He was making this move, gave me a text in the middle of the day, was like, would this be interesting to you? And
also for everyone else listening, because I don't think many people can relate to this, imagine being so good at your job that people reach out to you and give you jobs. That happens to you all the time, more than anyone else that I know.
That only happens because I'm in a profession that you can't, there's no degree that makes you good at sales.
Yeah.
You can get all the fucking acronyms.
Well, you're literally disagreeing with everything I just said when you're so good at your job that people just offer you jobs left and right.
But they're only doing, like, people don't do that for doctors and this and that because it's like, I think there's such a short supply of people that, you know, are salesmen that actually wake up and do their job and don't just like, you know.
I think you're wrong. I think there are probably doctors that are in high demand. Like when you think of like who the best surgeons are, who the best like plastic surgery doctors are.
Right.
You know, it's like when you get your nose all redone, like you want to go to the best person who's going to give you the best little Cindy Lou Who little nose. If that's what you want, a Cindy Lou Who nose. I
think you have the world's best natural nose. I'm gonna throw that out there.
It's fine.
Comment below if So this is true. I feel like you have heard of me getting job offers in the middle of other job offers many times.
Just accept the compliment.
Thank you.
Accept the compliment.
I took it. Thank you.
Okay.
Anyway, the whole point is like when you're not looking to get a new job.
Yeah.
And you have plans to sell things for the next 6 months at a current job, and then you have to go get a new job. Mm-hmm. There's just things that take time to transition out. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you saw me like mentally fall apart for 2 weeks as I was like trying to like exit one job and get into the next one. And well, Lauren, what do steaks and hair all have in common? Any guesses?
I literally not a single one.
Thank you for your help. The answer is hopefully that they're both extra thick and occasionally juicy. You know what else is best when it's extra thick?
My butt. Was that not the answer?
Very close. Body wash.
Oh.
Thick body wash.
Thick body wash, yep.
The worst thing about body wash is when it's super thin and weak and watered down and gross, which is realistically, when I've tried, the last 100 body washes or so, half of them at least have felt thin and gross. This is why I am very proud to share a little secret with our listeners. Thick.
Thick is a new product from Duke Cannon Supply Company and earned its name by being 3 times thicker than common body washes. It's the high viscosity alternative to watching your money run down the shower drain. Thick comes in this big ass container that cracks open almost exactly like one of those really giant cans of craft beer. And it comes in 4 scents that won't leave you smelling like a high school locker room.
Ooh, we all been there. Duke Cannon Thick High how do you say that word?
Viscosity.
Are you sure?
Yes, viscosity.
You're positive.
Viscous.
Duke Cannon Thick High Viscosity Body Wash?
Yeah.
Is $9 each or all 4 for $30. I've shared before my personal favorite, that is bourbon. Duke Cannon Body Wash even has their own bourbon oak barrel scent with notes of amber that combine with a woodsy oak barrel foundation for a rich scent that smells as good as bourbon tastes.
Visit DukeCannon.com and use promo code WT9 for 10% off your entire order. Free shipping with orders over $20. A range of Duke Cannon's men's premium products are also available at select Target stores. Our next sponsor is Zola. We have so many weddings on the books for 2021 and 2022 already. And I'm seriously about to send Zola their way ASAP.
Zola makes wedding planning easier and less stressful by creating everything couples need all in one place. Wedding vendors, save the dates, invitations, free websites, registry, and more. Finding qualified vendors on your own can be very intimidating. Zola's vendors are all pre-screened, and Zola will start conversations with them for you, making the process easier and giving you peace of mind that you are getting the best deal.
I think our last wedding invitation was actually done through Zola.
Rob's wedding.
Yeah, Rob's wedding was done through Zola.
Do we have to get Rob's permission
I feel like
to do this ad?
He beat us to the game. Zola also has hundreds of save the date and invitation designs to choose from. All purchases include free shipping, free matching envelopes, and free guest addressing. On top of that, Zola allows you to create a free wedding website. This is the easiest way to share details and updates about your wedding day with your guests. Zola will also link virtual RSVPs and your registry on the site, making it easy for your guests to access.
Go to Zola.com/wild today and use promo code SAVE50. That's SAVE50 to get 50% off your save the dates. You can also get free personalized paper samples before you purchase. That's Zola.com/wild. Promo code SAVE50.
Hi guys, just jumping in real quick to give a trigger warning for anyone with emetophobia or a fear of vomit. Jump over to 20 minutes to skip the vomiting section of this podcast. Okay, back to the pod. Do you want to tell people what happened?
I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning and vomited all over myself.
6. It was 6.
I was so stressed out. Yeah. Bummer.
Yeah. So if anyone has watched any of my content for longer than 4 months, they know that vomiting is my number one fear in the entire world. It's what my anxiety is circled around. And Jeremy just projectile vomited which I slept through. I cannot believe it. And also just to aid in, I think, hopefully bringing back this visual a little bit to a little more manageable, it was just water. It was just fully water.
Yeah.
It was just fully water. And so I woke up and Jeremy was in the shower coughing, and you make a very distinct cough after you throw up.
I do?
Yeah, I know exactly what a post throw up Jeremy sounds like. I know exactly what
this
a
is going
post
to make for the commercial that these guys are
Yeah,
shooting.
and they're going to make sure to include this part.
Yeah,
this
gold.
is the
we have the Midas,
teaser trailer.
The Midas touch for brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeremy makes very specific movements and sounds when he's post throw up. And I think I'm just so hyper aware of it though, right? Because it's like my biggest fear.
Yeah.
And so I could hear him being post throw up Jeremy in the shower. And so I was like, what's going on? But he was so stressed out. I was like, why are you taking a shower at like 5:45 a.m.?
Because I just vomited all over myself.
Right. But I didn't
Out of
know
stress,
that. I didn't know that because it didn't look like vomit, didn't smell like vomit, you know? And so then
We should say vomit a couple more times.
I know. God damn. I'm so sorry. So I was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? Are you okay? And you said I spilled a bunch of water in the bed. And so I start cleaning it up. Like I have a towel on it and stuff. I had no idea. And oh God, yeah. And then so it was a stress-induced projectile vomit all over our bed.
No, I said I puked all over myself.
What?
I said I puked.
Yeah.
You said I spilled water everywhere.
Oh, no. To me,
Right.
you told me that you spilled water.
No, I said I puked.
No, you didn't. You spilled
Yes, I
a
did.
bunch of water.
I eventually told you I puked.
You eventually told me.
Like
yeah,
a minute
yeah.
later, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was in my head. I was like, oh, how do I get this so that she didn't freak out about it?
No. It was, you didn't tell me that it was puke until I was tucking you into the guest bedroom. Because then you were like, I need you to clean the sheets. And that's when you told me that it was puke. And I already cleaned up all
I feel
the...
like we remember that a little bit differently. That's okay.
Well, who was in a better mindset, do you think? A little more sane? Had probably already logged 6 hours of sleep?
Yeah, we'll go back to tapes.
So anyways, Jeremy's in a much better state now mentally.
Yeah.
We also like just didn't see each other for a month because he was working basically 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Which was really fun.
Really fun.
So sex life is thriving, obviously.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've just been getting it so much lately.
It's crazy. The flame is red hot right now.
I got a DM the other day on LinkedIn for someone who was like, I don't know if I I think I know more about, how did she phrase this? She said something along the lines of, I don't usually know as much about someone's sex life that I connect with on LinkedIn, but I feel like that's different for you. And I was like, what sex life? Huh? What? Last 2 months? Just me changing jobs.
Just me throwing up on myself.
But listen, this next week,
we're gonna get it, babe. We're gonna get
this
it.
Is our week. This shit right here, this next week's gonna be crazy.
Oh God, check back in with us next week to hear the review.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, that's been the last few weeks, and I feel like I don't know. I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great.
I'm very.
Well, what's interesting is that like you've spent so much of your sales career like chasing people and chasing deals.
Right.
And this is going to be the exact opposite. Like even just after the first week, you've seen that it's just like so much inbound and you just have to sift through and say, yes, no,
Right.
yes, no, yes, no.
All I do is say no. It's like literally it's too many requests.
You hold the power of the Doge.
I hold the power of the Doge.
Yeah.
And I just want to be real clear in case my boss is like, you got to stop making jokes about that. That doesn't really encompass the whole thing. But
This is completely unrelated to Doge, but Doge just had a moment.
It's
I know
completely unrelated to Doge.
it's not completely unrelated to Doge. Yeah, no, it's not. It's in the same vein.
I thought Elon did much better than I thought he was going to last night.
Right. So this is going up 2 weeks after Elon Musk was on SNL, but he did great.
Yeah.
I was so impressed.
Yeah. And did you hear him make the comment about having Asperger's in his monologue?
Oh, really?
He that was his joke, one of his opening lines. He said he's like, and because like they don't have many business like men on or business women, like
Literally
that's
never.
not a thing.
Yeah.
And so the joke was obviously him being a billionaire or him being the richest person in the world. And he's like, and this is the first for Saturday Night Live, someone with Asperger's doing that, like hosting it. And
oh, well, that's nice.
I
Like
thought so
that's
too.
that's like very humbling.
Yeah.
No, he did great. I really didn't know if he would be able to kind of like mock himself in like a fun, relatable way.
Right.
And he did great.
Well,
like he was so likable.
Do you remember the demo that we watched? Remember how bad that demo was when they broke the glass?
Yeah.
And it was like,
it was during
purpose?
the Cybertruck review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was awkward.
Oh my God, it was super awkward. And I think that was the only impression that I had of him being like in with an audience. And it was not good. It was not good. So in seeing this, like he was so funny, so likable. You could tell that he was like a little nervous and like maybe had trouble remembering lines, but he did great.
Like any normal person is going to be nervous.
Oh,
like,
I would do 5% as well as Elon did last night.
Right.
Okay, so also we if anyone is like in the Doge world, I'm not in the Doge world, but I'm on the outskirts of the Doge world. And I'm pretty sure 95% of our listeners have no idea what the fuck is going on with the Doge coin.
Yeah.
Basically it's the Shiba meme.
Okay.
that is the face of Doge. And he is he is in like the Doge, the dog. So Doge is like, there's no limit on it.
Oh God. Yeah. No, it's an unlimited circulating. They keep adding more coins.
Right. Yeah. So it's not like Bitcoin when there's a certain amount of Bitcoin and then the value obviously increases because it's in higher demand.
Right.
So yeah, Doge is like this weird.
I mean, it was a meme.
It's a meme.
That became a
currency.
currency.
It's a meme cryptocurrency.
And it was a joke.
Yeah, it's
to
a
the
joke.
point where like, I think one of the largest co-founders like already sold all of the Doge that he had like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Oh,
and he would be a
interesting.
multi-billionaire now.
Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands.
You have diamond hands?
On Doge, I do. Actually,
No.
Doge, I did not.
No.
Oh my God, I panicked. Sold half my Doge and then rebought in at a little bit more expensive because I unpanicked and then, so then that's, So anyway, but Elon being on SNL, everyone was waiting for him to like have this whole conversation about Doge. And then he did.
Right. Well, had many conversations.
Like so many conversations about Doge. And everyone started selling, just dropping. So we were simultaneously watching kind of like Elon on SNL, watching a Canelo versus whoever fight.
Damn.
And then also
Canelo versus whoever lost.
who I can't remember his name. What was his
can't
name?
either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the Canelo fight, and also staring at my Robinhood account to see where Doge was going, and texting also in a group chat of other friends who have Doge.
Honestly, that's the most like young millennial description of an evening we've had in quite some time.
Yeah, seriously. And so anyway, so I was not diamond hands, which means to hold.
Right.
I didn't. So I bought in a Doge.
Sorry, but that's not my puke cough, right?
No, it's not.
Can I do one more?
Sure.
All right, good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you got that out.
Yeah.
I bought Doge at 7 cents, and
Damn.
I got in early.
Yeah.
I got in early.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bought in Doge at 7 cents. It got up to 70 cents, which
Yeah.
is like you know what the thing is though, is that all this shit feels like gambling. It feels like
It is gambling.
I know it is. I know.
But like people, I mean, the amount of time, every single person that I told what I was doing,
Yeah.
I feel like the first, like even like the lawyer who negotiated my employment agreement.
Right.
The moment I told him what the job was for, he was like, hey, like, so what should I be investing in? What do you think? And like, I tell people the same thing. It's like, I do believe that Web 3.0 and cryptocurrency and blockchain will play a massive part of our future. Don't
I
get me
agree,
wrong.
yeah.
But until then, just like everything that when people were just throwing money in things in the .com boom and everything, it's like things are going to go up, they're going to go down.
Yeah.
I think you should put 100% of every dollar you don't mind not seeing again
Yep.
into blockchain or any
100%.
cryptocurrency.
100%.
Because it could blow up and there's a damn good chance it all just goes away.
100%.
And there's just so many, and like it's only been a week, and I don't want to mean to be boring and stupid and like get into it, but like the biggest concerns, of course, are energy.
Yep.
Why
yeah,
is it-
great with the NFTs. Yeah.
And well, not just NFTs in general, just like Bitcoin, because
Oh, that's
it
right. Yeah.
requires
Crypto, anything. Yeah.
essentially to create money, to create this currency, the thing that is Bitcoin itself,
Right.
you have to do a ton of math, and you don't do math. A computer does it with
Yep.
most of the time a specialized.
It's okay. You don't have
graphics
to tell us yet.
Anyway,
Just
point
go
is, it requires a lot of energy. So the big thing, like our big push is like, great, do everything that it can do on the Bitcoin side, but do it with less energy.
Cleaner.
Right.
Yeah, clean
and
energy.
make it renewable and incentivize people to mine it in a way that's responsible. And like all this, like one. And then two, being able to like create tech that like automates things that are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So like for someone who could barely afford a house, like paying for escrow and things that like require more money, make it so that there's more friction to getting the house, getting the car, getting the thing. And the idea is that smart contracts will be able to automate some of that shit to allow more people to do more things that don't require as much money.
Right. Just more accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goddamn. I know. There's just so much on crypto. It's like so intimidating. It's so intimidating.
So let's talk about Kelsey getting us canceled.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I kind of want to like, is it boring for us to talk about like guests? And
No.
Okay.
Well, no,
great.
because I think majority of our audience probably watched all of the episodes with guests, so we can all share our thoughts together.
So the Kelsey episode was that was the day that I puked all over myself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was a long day for you. You really powered through that episode.
You about 5 minutes before she got over here, you remember you were like, babe, I think I should just do this episode. by
Yeah.
myself.
I was trying to kick you off the episode.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
looked unwell.
I did look unwell.
Also, your energy was unwell too. So like
Yeah.
I was just, the whole situation was worrisome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the difference between you and me. And I even made this comment to Kelsey later. It's like, as someone who is an extrovert,
Mm-hmm.
I can refresh around people.
Right.
Whereas like, I think to you,
Yeah.
that would have been work, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm 100% an ambivert, but I need to.
Is that how you say that?
Ambivert?
Ambivert?
think so.
No,
Ambivert? That seems like too much. I think it's ambivert. Ambivert. Ambivert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I use it? Can I get that in a sentence?
I am an ambivert.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I'm an ambivert. But I think that I recharge best when I'm by myself. So I love being around people. Like I have a great time. I love being social. And I'm not shy in social situations, but I need to recharge when I'm by myself. And so like, especially like with anxiety stuff, if I have a rough day, I need to be by the fuck myself in a bathtub with a scoop of ice cream in my hand.
And I struggle sometimes. I feel like when I can see that she needs to be by herself or refresh. And I know you have no interest in like me trying to help or whatever.
You know what it is too, I think on my side is that like, I know that I can't be engaged in a conversation because my brain is 1,000 miles away.
Yeah, you don't have, and maybe it's because I can just like put a shit eating grid on and just like, I think I almost like, I need to like switch into a mode where I can speak to someone even though I don't want to.
Right.
And as I put myself in that mode, I almost talk myself into like then enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I started that because I remember also the tech wasn't working when Kelsey got here.
Kelsey Day, yeah.
And I was over here like on my like, there's nothing worse, and this sounds so petty and stupid, but like there's nothing worse than like finishing a day at work, feeling like you probably should shower anyway. The guest is here and like there's a cord that's not in the right place or something sounds wrong.
Right.
And so I'm like,
troubleshooting.
Already in like what I think is like I'm gonna wear on camera. Not that I care that much, but I'm over here like sweating my balls off, like on my knees.
No, that's like everything. It's just like when you're ready and then sweating. Oh my God, it's the worst. It's like, you know what that happens is too, is like when you get out of the shower and you're running late. My dad and my mom used to have a fight about this every time we'd go for dinner because my dad would like be running late, get out of the shower, and then he's sweating in his like nicer clothes to go for dinner, and everyone's mad. Everyone is mad.
That sounds like poor Greg.
Yeah, Greg was struggling, just struggling. Yeah,
that's all.
Well, he wasn't trying that hard because he was always late.
Good intentions. Good intentions.
Good intentions. Good intentions.
It's fine. It's fine. But no, like that's the thing. I feel like, once it's on camera, I feel like I put my smile on, and then just talking and hearing Kelsey's different energy, just rejuvenated.
Yeah,
me.
I mean, different energy can definitely be refreshing. I do this well on Craftopia on the HBO show because I think my body knows that I have no choice. Like I am there to be the host. I am there to be the entertainment. I am there to make people laugh and smile. And for some reason, on a 17-hour day, I'm able to still turn that on. But I crash and burn harder than I ever crash and burn when I get off the show.
You get home and I'm like, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine.
And no, I'm not okay.
No.
I'm not okay.
Every guy knows when she says, yeah, I'm fine. She's not fine.
She's not fine.
And she does not want you to ask about it yet.
No.
But also, don't just leave the room and not ask about it.
Right.
You need to be
silent emotional support.
You need to be physically adjacent.
Yes.
Ready.
Yes.
But don't
push it.
Don't you dare bring that up as if that's you didn't believe her?
Right.
Why was she lying?
Yes.
Why was she not lying?
Right.
Ooh.
It's tricky territory. I on behalf of women will say that it is tricky territory. But also in the stereotypical defense of this scenario that sometimes might happen and can confirm within our relationship does happen is that sometimes when I say I'm not okay, when I say that I am okay and I'm not okay, I'm sometimes, not always, sometimes I'm on the fence as to whether I am or am not okay. And so I'm like, do I want to start some shit right now? Or like, will I be good after I eat a sandwich? Because sometimes I'm just hangry.
We can all relate that.
Sometimes they're just hangry.
What's funny is you eat sometimes when you're upset. And not that I don't sometimes get hangry, but when I'm super stressed or whatever, I don't eat.
I know. People are either one way or the other. There's no middle ground there. Yeah.
Because I dropped in the last month, I lost almost 10 pounds.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Well, I mean, when I was having a really, really rough time mental health wise, like a month ago, over that 3-month span of like me being on some garbage medication that was not working and I was so depressed and so anxious, I lost 8 pounds or so, which like on my body frame is a shit ton.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot. It was the lightest that I'd been in so long, but like not in a great way, like probably losing muscle mass and stuff.
Let's be clear. When I say I lost 10 pounds, I only lost 10 of the pounds I should not have lost.
Right.
And now I'm skinny fatter.
Skinny fat. Right. Skinny fat.
I was trying to make it, but
skinny fatter.
More. Yeah.
Skinnier fat?
Yeah. Out of shape.
Out of shape. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Are we not having hot girl summer? Or?
No, we're having shot girl summer.
We're having shot girl summer. Jeremy asked me if I made shot girl summer up, and when I brought it up, because he was like, that's really good. And I was like, I can't take credit for it. I wish I could. I really wish I could.
But you told me that you did make it up.
I did come up with shot girl summer.
There we go.
Yeah. How
Should
was
we put
that?
that on a t-shirt, you think?
Shot Girl Summer?
Yeah.
We
And
probably
do I
should.
get to live Shot Girl Summer as well?
Yeah, you get to live Shot Girl Summer.
Okay.
It's Shot Girl Summer for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not Shot Boy Summer.
Unless you're anti Shot Girl Summer, then sucks to suck. You it's not Shot Girl Summer for you.
We're Shot Girl Summer.
We are Shot Girl Summer, and it has started as of like maybe a month ago. Shot Girl Summer is on.
It's full effect.
Full
Shot Girl
effect.
season.
Shot Girl
Shot Girl Summer season.
Shot Girl. Well, it's Shot Girl Summer right now, and then I guess fall. Because I think Shot Girl Summer lasts for like a solid like 6 to 9 months, and we might need a booster after that.
Okay, got it.
So we might need Shot Girl Winter. We might need a little touch up.
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming.
Got it.
Yeah.
We digress.
We digress.
Can we go back to Kelsey almost canceling us?
Yeah. So let's recap our guest moments.
So we'll start with Kelsey.
Okay.
This is a newer friend, but it was a fast on friendship.
Oh yeah. Kelsey and I met through Corndiddy, Zach from Try Guys. And
I just want to also remind everyone that I thought for the longest time that Zach Kornfeld's last name was Cornfield.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
And it was in my phone as Zach Cornfield.
That's tough.
And he thought that I was just continuing to play a fun, not funny joke.
No.
And eventually I was like, oh my God, it's like every other Jewish person named Kornfeld.
Yes.
Not Cornfield.
No.
Stupid.
That's tough. So Kelsey and I were fast friends, which is so like, I feel like that's so rare. Like it's just more rare now because I feel like you meet less people, especially in the last 2 years, where you make a friend and instantly click with them. And that just like hasn't happened in so long for me. So yeah, fast friends with Kelsey. And then, okay, I feel like you're being dramatic when you say we almost got canceled. I think some of the statements. Oh, okay, good. I was going to say.
No,
so I feel
I was going to
say we're not even close to being canceled.
No. And if we were to have been canceled for anything that we said then, like whoever that person that wants to make us canceled, you're canceled.
You're canceled.
Bitch.
Canceled. Bitch.
No. Well, Kelsey just has very progressive, or not even progressive. She has very specific viewpoints on things, and I certainly don't agree with all of them, as we pointed out. But also, to me, there's value in understanding that there are people with different polarizing opinions. Yeah. And you can sit in the same room. Yeah. And you can talk about them.
Totally.
And it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I think also too, like even if you don't agree with all of it, one, you might learn something.
Which I definitely do not, but yes.
Right, which you definitely do not. But like it's also, one, interesting to hear other perspectives. And then two, like even if you just learn a new viewpoint that makes you think a little harder about something, like I think there's value in that as well. And then I also think that like because she advocates for so many like incredible voices, I think that people who feel misrepresented and then get to hear someone like Kelsey come on and talk about a lot of things that they, didn't have something to relate to for the longest time, especially like on the internet, maybe like 10 years ago when things weren't as progressive. Like Kelsey being a voice for so many like LGBTQ plus areas and
no IA?
I should say LGBTQ plus. Oh, LGBTQIA plus. I taught Jeremy the IA a couple weeks ago and he's very excited about it.
Uncultured.
Fuck.
LGBTQIA plus. Remember I learned that in real time?
Yeah, don't get it. You actually learned that on an episode.
I did.
That's right, on the real time. But I think it's really refreshing for that audience to, that might feel underrepresented, to hear people like Kelsey speak on it. And also too, she's sober. And so I think she had a lot of things, especially on like the sobriety side, that I haven't known anyone or had conversations with. I learned so much about that from her.
Well, I think all of our friends, because I'm 29, you're about to be what, 34?
That's fucking rude.
I feel like we're in our late 20s.
I'm 27. People are going to run with the 34 thing and just be like, wow, she looks so good for 34.
Oh, that'd be so terrible, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because people are like, so half people would say that and the other half would be like, yikes, bitch. Like, you still make like vlogs. You're 34.
Okay, at 34, when you're still making vlogs.
I better be still making vlogs at 34.
You better.
Yeah.
And if not, it's because I'm pool boy and
I sold a company or something.
Yeah.
I
can't wait.
That'd be so nice.
I can't wait.
Go ahead.
And live rent-free in your house. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, to me, you can always tell when it's a good episode because there's some people that go, this is my favorite episode ever.
Yes.
And there's some people that go, I didn't like this, right? I was really upset about this. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
no, that's great. I mean, it opens up conversation.
Well, also, this podcast, we are going to have people that, from Kelsey to Harry to we're going to have people on that have very different viewpoints.
And also just like completely different lives. Like come from like such different backgrounds that there's no way everyone comes out having the same viewpoint.
No, and I assure you, if there's ever a time, like we're inviting people onto our show. They're in our house, like that it's we're not inviting people on to attack them. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
At a certain point in time, if anyone were to really bring a viewpoint that I think is so contradictory or so, hurtful or whatever, I assure you, I will call them out. I have no problem with that. Lauren will be really uncomfortable. It'll be great. But
I'll want to just, yeah.
Yeah, but just because I'm not going to call somebody out because I don't agree with them.
Right.
But I will challenge.
Or challenge. I think there's also like levels to it. Like 1, challenge. 2, like cut the entire conversation. If it's like highly offensive and can't be like, disputed, I guess.
Well, I guess I would almost, yes, we can cut at things, but I would prefer post things with the preface of like, we're not trying to give this a platform. We're not trying to do this, but we will say that like, this is a conversation that doesn't just apply to this room.
Yeah.
Therefore, we're going to talk about it just because there are people that I think will get value out of it either way.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think there's probably like a small box of things where you just be like, absolutely the fuck not.
Well,
This is not a conversation on our platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes you say things too that you don't even like, you're speaking about things that are sensitive topics and you say it in a way that's like, because it's not like we have a teleprompter here.
Right.
No publicist went through and said, hey, make sure and say it this way.
Right.
It's like, sometimes I feel like you say things that you don't even realize you have a bias.
Oh, totally.
By the time it comes out, you've learned something in the 4 days between when we shoot this today and 4 or 5 days when we see the edit. It's like, oh my God, how did I not know this? And it's like, yeah, we're cutting it because we don't believe what came out of our mouth. But it's like,
Right.
wow, we learned something in 3 or 4 days that we didn't know before.
Totally.
Which I know this isn't very helpful or entertaining for you at home.
No. But like, it's just, how do you expect people to grow unless you're able to let them have a new perspective? Bangers, baby.
And that's been the podcast.
Bangers only.
It's true. Okay.
No, it's so true though. But like when people get canceled, that's the tough thing about like the cancellation process of like being canceled online is that like obviously like very clearly there are times when someone just absolutely deserves to not have a platform, which is something that we will get into in a minute because I got fucking more heated than I've ever been on the internet to the point where I made a whole ass video about it and I do not insert myself into situations like this. And this one, it ruined my week. So anyway, we'll get into that. But I can't even remember. I got so mad that I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying right before this?
Other people's different viewpoints. People have a platform. Our guests.
Oh, cancellations. Oh, okay. So some people deserve to just be absolutely fucking like publicly shamed, as I did this week to someone.
Okay.
To 600,000 people, probably plus more, and it should be more than that. So some people deserve to be publicly shamed. Cough.
We're going to talk about our guests first.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah. So anyway, but then I also think
stay tuned for more.
Yeah, seriously.
Right back from our sponsor.
Right, it's about to get juicy.
I really do hope we just pop
They
a sponsor.
just put a sponsor in.
Let's put a sponsor in right now.
Let's put a sponsor in right now. Father's Day is right around the corner, and I have been scrambling to find something to get for my dad. Mom, if you're listening, please don't tell Dad. I was looking for something unique and different from what I've gotten him in the past, and that's where Uncommon Goods comes in. Uncommon Goods is an online shop filled with unexpected and extremely unique gifts for anyone. Along with my dad, I also wanted to get you a gift, babe, because you're just like a really good dog dad.
I am a pretty good dog dad. You're right.
Pretty good dog dad.
That's cute.
And so, spoiler alert, it's a make your own whiskey barrel. I just super spoiled that, but
wait, DIY whiskey barrel?
DIY whiskey barrel. So I know, get excited. And it's something that I would have never thought of had I not found it on Uncommon Goods.
Uncommon Goods is a place to go if you're looking for thoughtful, original gifts. They look for products that are high quality, handmade, and are often made in the US. They give back $1 with every purchase to a nonprofit partner of your choice and have donated more than $2.5 million to date.
To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/wild. That's uncommongoods.com/wild for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary. As the world becomes increasingly uncomfortable, we are all looking for as much comfort as we can get. With travel becoming an option again, I am not looking forward to long plane rides, getting stuck in the middle seat, or sitting in LA traffic. Now that people are out and about again, all very uncomfortable situations. But the one thing that I can always count on is how comfortable my Purple mattress is.
Purple is comfort reinvented. Only Purple has the Grid, a stretchy gel material that's amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips. Along with creating a perfect material for sleep, the Grid also doesn't trap air, but instead allows the air to circulate and flow through, preventing a hot, sweaty sleep.
My favorite Purple product recently has been their pillow. Every time I lay my head down, I can guarantee that I will be out like a light in a matter of minutes. It's extremely comfortable, and Moose is now exiting the scene. Goodbye, Moose. Okay, Go ahead.
Speaking
go
of,
ahead,
and you know that you enjoy the Purple pillow probably more
Moose
than all of us.
Loves the Purple pillow. It's extremely comfortable and has become the only pillow that Moose and I both use. Trust us when we say that this mattress is a game changer. The grid bounces back as you move and shift, which makes it different from memory foam. Right now, you can try a Purple mattress risk-free with free shipping and returns.
Purple really is comfort for an uncomfortable world. Right now, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. Go to purple.com/wild10 and use promo code wild10. That's purple.com/wild10, promo code wild10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/wild10, promo code wild10. Terms apply.
I have been off of my shaving game for the winter, but with the warmer weather and summer right around the corner, I cannot wait to get back into my regular routine.
Sure you are.
The first shave after letting your hair grow for a while is always so satisfying. What do we call it?
Are we going to share that with everybody?
Yes.
That's a very intimate.
What is it?
Silky dolphin.
Silky dolphin.
Silky dolphin. That's not in the script.
It's not in the script. The goal is to be the silky dolphin. Since LA is starting to heat up again, wearing sweats every day to cover up my legs is just not an option anymore. Time to get back to having smooth, clean-shaven, silky dolphin legs all the
Once
time.
again, not in the script?
Not in the script. And since I'll be shaving much more frequently, it's super important that I have the perfect razor. I need a razor that makes shaving uncomplicated and is gentle on my skin, leaving it moisturized, super smooth, and bump-free. And the Athena Club razor is hands down the best razor I have ever used.
Athena Club's razor has thousands of 5-star reviews and is designed with built-in skin guards and an innovative handle to help prevent razor burn while being gentle on the curves. That's my curves.
Right, your curves.
Yes. It works great when I'm trying to get the cleanest shave possible around my jawline. The razor blade is surrounded by a water-activated serum with shea butter and hyaluronic... The razor blade is surrounded by a water-activated serum with shea butter and hyaluronic acid, which, as Lauren tells me, is a holy grail for skincare.
So the razor kit is only $9 and comes with your choice of handle color, an extra blade head, and a magnetic hook for easy shower storage. We love a cute, colorful beauty tool.
Is that us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Along with the kit, Athena Razor Club has the dreamiest shave foam. Every time I use it, my skin feels soft, hydrated, and smooth, creating the best shaving experience. Like I said, silky dolphin.
Silky dolphin.
It turns the mundane and sometimes annoying task of shaving into self-care and a me-time event.
Show your skin you care with Athena Club Razor Kit. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code WILD. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code WILD for 20% off. Okay, welcome back.
And we're back.
Oh my gosh, should we start doing that awkwardly and just like pretend that we have enough sponsors?
Sponsors to
and
fill your
once in a while
slot.
we don't have enough sponsors.
And so we'll just be like,
it's awkward. Yeah, and a word from our sponsor. Should we go? Okay, let's keep going.
Okay,
yeah.
keep going.
Oh, shit. That might actually happen the very first time, which means it'll be the last time we talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's okay.
We'll
and
see.
welcome back to Wild Till 9.
Okay. So yeah, I think that like with a lot of the cancellation process, like you need to be able to let people grow. And maybe they need a quick reminder online as to why that perspective is not okay or why they should rethink it. But to let people grow, you have to allow them to grow.
We have to allow them to grow. You have to allow them to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
They say, I messed up, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you don't forgive it. Maybe you don't forget. It's not your prerogative. And also, you forgiving or forgetting doesn't need to necessarily change their path, especially when it's over the internet.
Totally.
But if you're so upset that they got something wrong and they hurt somebody, or hurt themselves or whatever kind of thing, are you more upset about the fact that they did that thing, or are you more upset about the fact that there's a world where they can be forgiven? And I think people get upset sometimes to the point where they are so mad at the individual for what they did,
right,
that they are now going to focus their energy on making sure they feel the punishment for that,
right,
and they don't necessarily correct it, because whether they correct it or not, you're going to treat them the same way.
Right.
And that's not a healthy long-term strategy for a lot of things. And of course, there are exceptions. Epstein, like there's certain things that are like, okay,
right,
and you fall in the bucket where
you should be publicly shamed and punished forever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
There's a bucket there. But for people that aren't, malicious to the fucking core, maybe give them a chance to not do that thing that you don't want them to do anymore.
Right. Yeah. Give them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Kelsey was a great progressive episode. Yeah. We had like really intense conversations that I think everyone probably on both sides learned a lot about.
Yep.
And by both sides, I don't mean that as in like there's a black and white side of like yes or no, agree, disagree. I just mean that like it was a topic that I think a lot of people are scared to touch on. And I think we all did a great job of like having an open and honest conversation about it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And then Australia's favorite fuckboy.
And then Australia's favorite fuckboy.
I liked him.
I loved Harry. You know what my favorite comment is that, and I saw it a bunch of times, was that people were surprised to see an entirely different side of Harry on our podcast versus when he's with like Tana or Call Her Daddy. And I think it was just a different experience. And I think that he really enjoyed also like having a platform to show a different side of his personality. Like obviously we talked a lot about like sex and like his favorite sex toys and like his escapades because he's got a lot of stories.
And a lot of feet and mouth.
Especially a lot of feet and mouth. Well, no, just one really special foot in mouth. Yeah, tucking on some toes. Yes, but
as one does.
He was. I didn't quite know what to expect.
But whatever we got was not what I expected.
Yeah, it was great. Harry was so sweet. He was genuinely so sweet. A guy with good intentions finds himself in a lot of drama.
But like also the dumbest things that he's done.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Put a platform around me at age 19, 20, 21, 22.
That's okay. We should not do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like people change.
Totally. And he's young. He's young too. He's like what, 22 he said?
Child. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a little baby.
Yeah.
So like
he's pretty large little baby.
Large, 6'5", very, very large. Yeah. Big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like this couch is only one Harry wide.
Yeah. We can only do guests that are either Zayn and Heath sized.
Right.
Or Harry.
Zayn and Heath fit perfectly, but that was like the maximum.
Yeah.
Of like two dudes. They were holding hands and snuggling.
And a lot of thigh touching.
Yeah, a lot of thigh touching.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Harry, this couch was one Harry wide.
To be fair, a lot of thigh touching on the couch for Harry as well.
Yeah.
Just different type of thighs.
Yeah, different types of thighs. Yeah. But yeah, no, I loved the Harry episode. I think it was fun. Also, I feel like it's more fun to listen to a podcast where there's an accent as well, completely separate of it being Harry's accent. I just feel like an accent podcast is really fun.
Did you find his accent attractive?
Yeah.
Go on.
Accents are just so exciting. What the fuck do you mean? Yeah, it's like, oh God, I'm sweating again. I'm having issues.
Okay.
Oh my God. Jeremy promised me that I could talk about the blanket. Okay. So I don't know why you're so upset about the blanket.
All right, 30 seconds go.
Okay. Oh, I need more than 30 seconds.
Elevator pitch.
Okay. You know that I can't do an elevator pitch. Okay. So you guys probably remember when I had the Wild Til 9 blanket, the original one, it was too thin. I was like, this is not good enough for the good people of the pod. And so then we went back to work with the manufacturer and the distributor, and we made the softest fucking blanket in the entire world. It is thick. She is fluffy. It is soft.
Totally.
But it's about to be Shot Girl summer. It is, is it May? What month is it?
Yeah, it's May. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, little bitch.
What?
You wanna make some profitable merch for the good people that they love?
Yes.
Get the fuck off your phone, little.
I'm just adding a Murray on LinkedIn. Continue. Sorry. I'm excited about the blanket too. I am. Here's the thing. It's not that I don't think you are just the blanket queen.
I'm the blanket queen.
And I will say it's a very soft blanket. It's comfortable. I like it. You walk around in it like a little burrito.
Yeah. Burrito?
Yeah.
So my question is that we were going to hold it until the fall when it gets a little chillier, but I'm finding myself actually wearing the blanket more now because Jeremy and I have very different AC temperature preferences. So I feel as if there are probably other people who share that issue with their significant other or their family. So like, do you guys just want the blanket now on sale? And it's like, we're not looking to like sell out and make a lot of fast cash. We just...
What? We're not?
I'm just looking to share this amazing blanket with people because like I am the blanket queen. I feel like people trust my blanket quality check. And I need people to feel how soft this blanket is. Wow. The blanket is so good that it puts Jeremy to sleep.
No, okay.
That's how cozy it
blanket.
is.
It's super cozy. But maybe it's too hot. I don't know.
No, it's so thick and so cozy and so soft.
Yeah, but like I feel like
also everyone has a puppo who loves a blanket.
Not every puppos like blankets.
Most puppos like blankets.
Hairy dogs don't like blankets.
Most puppos like blankets.
Okay, listen. Release
Naked puppos like blankets.
Release it. It'll be great. It'll be a what do they call it when it's a permanent collection?
Oh yeah, like a static piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
What?
Ready wear. What's it called? When it's like a.
Oh
God.
Collection.
Yeah, but permanent.
Yeah. No, it's not permanent. Like a staple.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
it's Oh God. Anyway, so if you want the blanket now, let me know. We can also hold until fall. I have been enjoying the blanket for like the last 2 months.
Let's just buy a couple thousand and we'll put it up. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
We're not looking to like sell out super quick. We just want.
Once again, I feel like I think that is the idea.
I just want people to feel. I want to spread the love of this blanket because I love it so much. And also, I want to preface you that it is a heavy ass blanket. So unfortunately, shipping will not be like dirt cheap.
It's thick, girl.
She thick girl. Shot girl summer, but also thick blanket girl summer. And so the price point.
Thick blanket girl summer.
Thick blanket girl summer.
Yeah.
And so also like.
Every once in a while, I'm thick blanket girl summer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
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 Everyone likes to be thick blanket. That's my favorite state of life.
Yeah.
Thick blanket girl summer.
So if you want it, comment below.
Yeah.
And if you don't want it, also comment below.
Yeah. But also like I made a blanket that is on par with like, it's not like Barefoot Dreams. It's a different material than Barefoot Dreams.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make no money on this blanket.
Oh yeah, no. Like the price point that it's at will be high, and
Yes.
I want you to know that we make $0 on this.
If you had gone and back and done the
shitty
tissue
blanket,
one, we would have made a ton of money.
We would have made money on that blanket, but it's not. I'm not looking to make money on this blanket. I'm looking to make a good blanket.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we talk about Manny Mua?
Manny, mwah.
I loved hanging out with Manny.
We love Manny. Manny's been a good friend for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
I actually opened my Snapchat the other day, and he was my Snap memory. We were in New York, and he was writing a heart around my name. We were at Creator Summit in New York.
Was that the time you went and got some dick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. Yes. Manny is someone who has the most insane and exciting, but also very secretive dating life.
Yeah.
It's very, very separate of like his online Manny Moi.
Right. But I feel like maybe he's just open and transparent about it with his friends.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's like closed off about it.
Well, okay, here's the thing that we were talking about is that so many beauty gurus don't have vlog channels.
Right.
Like obviously a handful of them do, but like people get more real and candid on their vlog channel.
Right.
And I just feel like sometimes there isn't a time and place for that when you're doing a
Like
makeup
produced,
review. Yeah. Even if like you're super funny, like sometimes you just don't have time for a story time.
Right.
So I feel like there's so much more to Manny that.
And not everyone's so funny on Twitter like you are.
Right, exactly. So Manny, I think, is actually starting a podcast super soon as well. So he'll be able to share all that stuff. But so we got some funny stories out of Manny and also like some of his like humble beginning stuff.
We did.
Yeah, I love Manny. Manny's great.
But I will say,
What?
My favorite pod to do so far with
Oh
guests
my God.
was Zane and Heath.
Was Zane and Heath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe it was because we got lit by the end of it.
Uh-huh.
And because we shot the shit for an hour before and an hour after and ordered a bunch of cookies. And I had to take about 14 potty breaks for Heath.
Yes.
Who apparently
has the smallest bladder in the world.
Yeah. I mean, like if Lauren is trucking through and he's over here, can we go to the bathroom? Like that's how you know it's bad.
Honestly, it made me feel so seen.
Did it make you feel seen?
It made me feel seen.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is for sure TMI, but I'm going to go ahead with it anyway. Jeremy the other day asked, he's like, does pee just fall out of you? And did you not ask that the other day?
Yeah, I did.
And I don't mean like when you're just sitting there, like when you're just sitting on the couch, like does pee fall out? And like, no, obviously not. Pee does not just fall out like a post-pregnant lady. Like sometimes that really does happen to them. But like,
Do we have no privacy anymore?
no,
I just wanted to know how it just
comes out.
go on.
Yeah. So anyway, I was always under the impression that it takes more force for pee to come out of a dude than it does for a girl.
Uh-huh.
And so,
And all of the medical listeners now are going, oh gosh.
oh God, here we go. I know. Well, that's just under the impression that that's the impression that I had. And so when Heath had to pee every 20 seconds, I was like, oh, this goes against everything that I thought I knew about the male versus female bladder.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
And so anyway, I felt seen. I was like, oh shit. It was like, I am now officially not the worst person to bring on a road trip.
Oh, I'm going to still assume that you're the worst.
Worse than Heath peeing every 15 seconds?
I mean, I would just tell him he can't drink any water. We were filling him up with whiskey.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You're over here, you take 2 sips and you have to pee every 14 minutes.
Yes.
Getting anywhere with Lauren on a trip is just, there's your estimated time of arrival and there's estimated time of arrival with Lauren included. And it's at least double.
It's not double. That's so dramatic. If we go on a 2-hour road trip, I'd probably have to stop and pee once. So tack 15 minutes on.
We just went on a 2.5 hour.
I got
and you had to stop
so
twice.
sick.
If not 3 times.
No, we stopped 3 or 4. I got so sick that day.
Every time we're on a road map, you're sick. Every time we're on a road trip, you're sick.
That's not true. On the way there, it took 4 hours and I stopped to pee once and I drove. And you worked the entire time. So I sat there in silence for 4 hours by myself.
Yes.
You still here? You still with us? The biggest fan of.
I was trying to fight it, then I was like, oh, let it go. It felt so good.
The Zane and Heath podcast was so much fun. We actually haven't listened to that one back yet. So we haven't gotten the edit and the cut of it.
And if we watch it, it sucks. But like, it went,
honestly, the person I feel the most bad for is the caption person who's going to.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes we were having 2 different conversations. Like Zane and I would be talking and you and Heath would be talking.
Yeah.
And just it was a mess. In the best way though.
But a perfect example of like, I think sometimes we go in with guests, we're like, okay, we'll talk about this. And I feel like with them, we actually had put more thought into it because we weren't like, we don't have as much of a friendship with them.
Right.
Like it's very much like, that is, I feel like more traditional in the sense of like us getting to know them in real time.
Yeah.
But I feel like because we didn't know them, we put more thought into the pre-production side of it.
Right.
And got to none of it.
That's not true. I got to a bunch of it.
Okay, well, maybe you did. But I feel like my internal thought of what I thought we were going to storyline-wise, completely just to the side as we were just like talking and shooting the shit.
Right. Yeah, no, it was so much fun. And they are just exactly what you think they're going to be. Like Zane was the most high energy, hilariously giddy, enthusiastic person I think that I've ever met. Like he just radiates at like a crazy high energy.
Do you think him and Kelsey would get along or hate each other?
Could go either way.
I agree.
Could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they both like,
depending on how in what context they meet each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
because they both have like super high energy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think Heath and Manny would do wonderful together.
I think Manny, and we talked about this on his episode, he's a sponge and he can kind of get along with anyone. So I think Manny would be great with either.
That'd actually be super funny to, after we like, another few months worth of guests or whatever, and like get in the rhythm, we bring and
we start mixing matching.
We pair people
Zane and Kelsey and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Heath and Manny.
Wow, that'd be funny.
Yeah. But Heath was super chill and super funny. They're just like such a dynamic duo of like fucking hilarious comedy.
Yeah. But it's funny on and off camera. And the personalities don't change, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Like they're good at
oh my God, we're yawny today.
Whenever you're ready.
I mean, I had a full ass day. I don't know why you're so yawny. Is it your toe? Are you yawny because of your toe?
No, I don't know. The things were going on this morning. I had work to do. And I'm also walking around like I have a pirate wood leg.
That's so nice.
Is that offensive to pirate people?
I think so.
I wonder how many pirate people listen to this
I would
podcast.
say probably not as many as we
Pirate
think.
People Podcast.
Pirate People Podcast. That's a good name right there.
I think it's a very good name. Anyway, Zane, he was great. I really enjoyed it. Do we have next guests lined up now? Got it. Good for us.
That's what I want to know. I want to know with the people of the pod who they want. And again, make it someone attainable or like slightly one
rung cooler than us. Yeah.
And we might be able to like find a connection to ask them to be on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm still salty about that one duo that ghosted me, just fully ghosted me. Ghosted me.
I think we should just call them out.
Just out.
Call them out.
Yeah. I donated their merch that I bought.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I donated it.
You donated it?
Yeah, I donated it.
Wow.
Someone else can enjoy it.
So much for girls supporting girls.
Yeah, they started it.
Well, this could be our first pod beef?
No, it's not our first pod beef. I'm having temperature issues right now. I'm having temperature regulation issues.
So Lauren is half naked under this blanket.
Yeah.
Yet has a super thick blanket on.
Right.
And so when she says we have different AC preferences, the problem with Lauren's AC preference is that it changes with the wind. I like things cool. I like things on the borderline cold. And so I will have a outfit that I can take the last layer off and I'll always be good.
Yeah.
Lauren goes from nearly butt ass naked to 3 blankets, back to butt ass naked to 3 blankets. Like at night, she'll just go from like having massive blankets on top of her to
then
everything off and just
naked,
ass and titties.
Yes.
Just out in the world. And
not much of either, but
blanket, naked, blanket, naked.
Yes.
It's quite the musical.
It's been my entire life though. Like I have no middle ground and it's very exhausting.
You have no chill.
I got a lot of chill sometimes. At the beginning of this podcast, look at I was a burrito trying to reduce the chill.
All right, talk about the girl that killed her dog. I know you want to talk about it.
Oh my God. You know what? I think even 2 weeks later, this will still make me fucking irate.
I know.
Irate. It makes me so mad.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lauren, take it away. I know.
It's been a week and I'm still just as mad. I actually get more mad the more that I think about it. And so like even knowing that this will come out in 2 weeks from like basically when I made my video. So, I know that I already like spat her name out of my mouth, but I don't even want to give them the credit of saying their name.
Then we'll bleep it out earlier.
We'll just bleep it out. Yep. Bleep that bitch. Okay, so there was a YouTube
bitch.
Bleep that bitch.
Well, you know what we'll do? We'll just omit her name.
Well, no, I'm going to bleep that bitch now that we said it. Yeah. So there was a YouTube couple.
Actually, let's not bleep. Can we use, when we speak of the name, Hannah, earlier, can we use something that equal, whether it's it wouldn't be a dog bark.
No.
Couldn't be that.
That's fucked up.
We have to do some sound.
I wish that like there was an audio version of the middle finger. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that feels right.
Yeah, you're right. And there isn't one.
And there isn't
one.
one.
So we'll just bleep it. It's fine.
Yeah, so we'll just bleep it. Maybe it'll be a duck or something. Anyway, or a horn. We got options. Okay. So there was a YouTube couple who, there's just so many mind-boggling pieces to this that I just cannot wrap my head around it. And obviously we are just two very different people. Like they are just not the same kind of people as we are, which is
we're not the same. I am a Martian.
I think that's actually offensive to the Martian to compare them, because that's offensive for the Martian. I get it. So there's a YouTube couple who had
because Martians wouldn't kill dogs.
Because Martians wouldn't murder their dog.
Yeah, that we know of.
Right. So there's a little precursor into this story.
Yeah, trigger warning.
Yeah, Yeah, actually, no, for real though. Trigger warning, like animal abuse, 100%. So if that's too much for you, then we absolutely understand.
We'll see you next week.
Trigger warning, animal abuse. See you next week.
Probably should have said that before we said they killed the dog, but that's okay.
So we're here now. So there was a YouTube couple who had a bull terrier. He was 9 years old, and they got him when he was 8 weeks. That is the earliest age that you could possibly bring a dog home. That is his entire life. So this dog lived their entire life under this couple's roof, and had obvious behavior issues that were never addressed when he was a puppy. So, for example, like when Moose was a puppy, he had some resource guarding issues. So like when he had a high value treat, or when someone moved towards his food bowl, he would react. And so the minute that happened, I didn't hire anyone. I didn't call in fucking Cesar Millan to come over and like fix Moose. I went online. Like the internet is fucking free. And so there's just no excuse for something that common to not fix. Right. And resource guarding, again, so common. So went online, spent a month working with him.
By the way, touch my filet or mashed potatoes or something else at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I'll resource guard.
Resource guard. Yeah. Jeremy has almost made us both single sometimes when I go for a bite of his food.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
Each your own.
Yeah. Some dogs can't learn new tricks.
And when I say,
you might be one of them.
I might be one. When I say, when the waiter comes, do you want any of this? Cause I'm not going to share. And Lauren goes, no, I'm good. 117 out of 117 times, Lauren wants a bite.
I don't know why you just don't like allocate for that though when we order. So, Moose had, resource guarding when he was a puppy. I fixed it because that's what you do as a responsible dog owner. So to protect you, protect anyone else in your home, protect anyone in the future that might be in your home, i.e. small child. When you see a behavioral issue as a dog owner, you make your best effort to rectify it. And so fast forward, this dog had obvious behavioral issues from a young age. It went unaddressed. And the worst part, actually, no, let me get to the worst part and we'll work our way backwards. I'm so mad that I can't even fucking piece together this story. Mm-hmm. So their baby, he just started being mobile. So I don't know what age babies and shit start like walking. Right. I have no idea. 10, like 9 or 10, I don't know. So the baby pulled food out of the dog's mouth. The dog reacted, has a history of resource guarding, and they described it as he attacked, verbatim. He didn't attack. He reacted and left a small mark on the baby's face. So their words, not mine. I'm not building it up to be something that it isn't. That was the way that they described it. And so they, quote unquote, spoke to professionals. And they were encouraged to put the dog down. So they skipped and just glazed right over the option of training. And so a YouTube couple who's been on YouTube for over 10 years, bitch, you got bank. There is just absolutely no excuse. Skipped over the option of reaching out to their audience saying, this is my situation and we are in a dangerous position. Does anyone have any resources for either training or someone who works with a rescue or someone who wants to rehome into their home our bull terrier? So there's 1 and 2. Can
you imagine if we're like, hey, we're getting rid of Moose, anyone want him?
Oh my God, literally anyone would take him.
There'd be a fight for that.
Yeah, there'd be a fight. And same thing, like bull terriers are a dog that are like so like loved, and they're not that many of them are bred each year. So like they're what's the word I'm looking for? They're just like in high demand because there just aren't that many of them. So skipped over that. And then they also didn't attempt to reach out to any kind of organization or rescue to even attempt a rehome option. And then just straight up spewed absolute bullshit about the rehoming process of like who's liable for it, saying that like if Bowser were to bite someone else, that they would be liable for it. And I spent the day talking to rescue organizations because I was like, there's no fucking way this is true.
Lauren had and I will remember this and say that she had a very, 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 very busy schedule of a day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
every time that like she had like shoot like 4 videos and all this shit whatever. And I would literally like would go through and she was either actively shooting content or on the phone asking or talking to somebody about the facts
The
around this.
situation,
And I was
yeah.
like, is everything okay?
No,
Is
it was not
I was
okay.
like, did we know this dog? Do we know these people?
I was not
Lauren
okay.
did not, but it didn't matter.
No, I knew these people.
Oh, okay.
I know these people. I've met them and I haven't met the dog,
met
but
them.
like I've met them before. Yeah. And like, obviously there have been red flags in their content in the past.
Trash.
Fucking trash. So anyways, they didn't train. They didn't reach out for help. They didn't rehome. They didn't reach out to a rescue or a shelter organization. And they hired someone to come to their house, paid them to put their dog down. And I literally just, you know what it was too? That the real fucking just the cherry on top of the situation is that they are so fucking delusional and sadistic that they had a pre-murder photo shoot. Like that's exactly what it was. Like I'm not being dramatic. They had a photo shoot with this dog, with the baby as a family.
Oh, the fact that the baby was there.
Right, the fact that the baby was there, like, oh, your dog is so fucking vicious that you're gonna have a photo shoot with the baby next to it. Like, obviously, yeah, he's got so many behavioral issues. Like, oh my god. And so I watched the video. They literally, I can't even form words. So I made a response video, just like absolutely tearing them to shreds because like this is so fucked, and like I am not okay. One, with like how this was handled. Two, that you decided to make this public and just share all of this completely false information about the breed as well, because like obviously Moose is the same breed as a bull terrier, and like I work so hard even within my neighborhood to reverse any kind of like discrimination, like breed. Yeah, there's a stigma around 100%. And Pitbull and like Staffy owners, they go through this, I'm sure, way worse than I do with a bull terrier. But people will just straight up go up to me on the street, and like Moose is schmedium. Like he's a 30-pound dog, maybe 35 on like
Extra
a heavy week. Yeah, extra schmedium.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, has he ever attacked anyone? Like, is he vicious? Does he bite? And it's just like, no, you fucking, what's dog racist? Doggist.
No, I mean, what it is it's uneducated.
It's uneducated. It's ignorant and it's uneducated.
It's not even uneducated. It's misinformed because they didn't wake up one day and go, I think that certain breeds are more dangerous than others.
Right.
Something was shown, talked about, whatever, at some point in time, and that seemed like a fact, and then that stuck with them. At the end of the day, I don't think it's a lack of education. I think it's a lack of the correct information.
Right. And so that's exactly what I wanted to nip in the bud by making a video. It was like, before this goes any further, it's like, I need you to know the facts. Like, if you're going to watch this video and hopefully you'll watch mine after, I was like, I need you to know the facts because they are spewing hot fucking bullshit from their disgusting mouths for 25 minutes. I also found out that she basically returned an adopted child because she wasn't able to make content around the kid for the first entire year of their life.
Oh.
So I feel as if we're getting a very clear picture of what kind of people these are, because like, you deserve to be publicly shamed and just absolutely punished. They also have another dog. So it's like that dog.
Oh, that dog should be taken.
That dog should be absolutely fucking taken. If you are not responsible enough as a dog owner to like, oh my God, there's even more parts of the story that I'm leaving out. I guess the baby was also like severely abusing the dog so bad that like the baby was abusing the dog's ear so hard that for a month, the dog's ear ballooned up. What's it called with the hema when the boxers get the elephant ear?
Hemoglobin?
Hemoglobin, yeah.
Oh.
The baby ripped on the dog's ear so hard that he had a hemoglobin for an entire month. And the dog didn't do anything. And the dog didn't do anything.
I have no idea what hemoglobin is. But
it's like, it's when the boxers have cauliflower elephant ear. I don't know what that is.
That's what you get at the
that's like a dessert.
Circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
with the cinnamon and the stuff on it. Yeah.
I dare you to eat an elephant ear without getting that shit on you.
Yeah, you can't. It's
Wear
impossible.
that with a black shirt and not get that. I want you to at me.
Impossible.
And tag me if you can do it.
Impossible.
Because it's not possible.
No one can.
No.
It's like eating a Nature Valley bar without getting crumbs everywhere.
It's not
impossible.
It's not how they were intended to be eaten.
So anyway, the kid was abusing the dog so hard that he had the cauliflower ear.
Which, once again, as a baby, it's not the kid's fault. That's parents.
As a parent, when you're putting your child and your dog that you think has an aggressive behavior or reactive like element to them, you control the situation. You are the one in control of that situation to ensure that never happens. And so if
you have to use that as an education moment.
Boundaries, fucking boundaries. Like if you, oh my God. I just can't imagine what kind of fucking person this is to let this happen. And makes me so angry. You know what? The guy said something so fucked up. Like he said something along the lines of like, I want to bring my dog into the backyard like Old Yeller, which if you've ever seen Old Yeller, he goes in the back and kills his dog. I'm like, well, here you are living out your fantasy, you fucking sick fuck.
Okay.
And then in his Instagram bio, he put dog murderer brackets allegedly. Like you sick fuck.
They're on a different wavelength. Like that doesn't make any sense to me or you because it doesn't make any sense. For whatever reason, they live in some world that is obviously very different than ours.
Oh my God. You know what it was encouraging to see is that so many people from every walk and corner of the internet, we are all on the same page. Like they're people, you know, with complete opposite political opinions, you know, like someone that you would just completely oil and water with. Like there were just so many people that you are, you know that you're not on the same page with. Like, for example, like Jeffree Star is not someone that I've really crossed paths with and typically don't agree on a lot of things with. But Jeffree Star and I were bonding over the fact of how fucked this is.
Right.
And so it was really encouraging to see that everyone else on the internet also agreed how fucked this was. And
well, there's just, to me, they were trying to play God. Like there's so many people that that even if the dog was truly aggressive and a problem, still at the age of 9 would have said, we can figure out how to give him a home for a few more years.
A few more years. Yeah. Like he had a third of his life left.
Yeah.
And completely healthy, fully healthy dog. And just the way that they described that this dog's life, I felt so fucking bad for. Like he obviously did not have a full life. They said, we don't let him out the door. He can't run around in the backyard. He doesn't go anywhere. It's like,
yeah, I'd buy it too.
So obviously there was 9 years of opportunity to rectify the situation, to address it, to hire a trainer, to send him to boot camp, there was just so many options. And it really just seemed like it was an inconvenience. And that was their way of fixing it.
Well,
so anyway, I have been fucking irate. I'm 2 weeks later. I'm sure it'll be the same level of irate. You don't come for my bull terriers. You don't fuck with the bully mom. You don't fuck with us.
Oh, you don't.
You don't.
You don't.
You absolutely don't.
Please don't. Seriously, don't.
Yeah, you really don't.
Don't.
So anyway, I made a video in response to it, just really pinpointing how fucked these people are. A couple things, just a couple light things I want to touch on.
Okay, now, are you willing to forgive or forget?
No.
Ever. So
that kind of person fucking.
So even if they truly internalize and go, we did the wrong thing, we would never do that again, you wouldn't want to forgive them?
I don't think there's any excuses. I really don't. I don't think there is a single excuse to say that was okay.
Okay.
And I truly believe that from the core of my being.
That's true, yeah.
I just don't think that there's any excuse.
Okay. So they're canceled forever?
In my books?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye, bitch.
I would much prefer, as opposed to cancel them forever, personally, I would much prefer to hear and see the change that it would take for me to believe that they felt that they did the wrong thing.
Here's the thing, is that there's just a bigger picture here of, wanting to make content so bad of an adoptive child that they return the child.
Yeah, no, I think they're very, very, very wrong.
Right. And so we've got that. We've got anti-Shot Girl Summer. We've got, big fan of the MLM. They are the multi-level marketing schemes. And so the picture has just been very clearly painted.
There's room for improvement.
Maybe you just don't deserve a platform whatsoever.
Maybe you don't.
And the crazy part is that all of these things that they're sharing, they are doing willingly.
Right.
And so like when she made that video, that 25-minute video, I could talk about this. I could make a whole fucking podcast about this. Like there was actually a body language expert that went and did a deep dive into like how fucked the entire video was, because she obviously doesn't give a shit. She's like, doesn't even try and fake cry. She goes into it being like, oh my God, like this is so awkward. Like this is so awkward. Like, bitch, what's so awkward about you murdering your dog? You think that's awkward, you sick fuck? So anyways, that's where I'm at.
I agree, it's terrible.
I don't think I've ever been this mad on the internet.
Not. Yeah, really not.
I've never inserted myself into something the way that I have with this situation.
Nope, you haven't. I agree, it's terrible. I think it's awful.
I'm sweating.
I think there's 1,000 reasons why they are absolutely
garbage.
Yeah, but
scum.
I still hope that there's a world where they are able to come to a realization that we would agree is the correct answer.
Yeah, just without a platform.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Not everyone deserves a platform.
No.
Yeah.
They don't. Well, on that note of positivity.
So we might have guests next week. Might not.
Might not.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
I will have some guests.
We might.
Yeah. I mean, the most important piece here is that we are all growing as a community and learning so much.
I thought that you were going to say is the most important piece here is don't fuck with a bully mom.
Or Latvia.
Or Latvia.
Equally.
We've got you, Latvia.
I love this audience.
Me too.
And
I really do.
will end up with the fact that every single one of our guests is like, yo, you guys are like the nicest audience.
Yeah. I mean, we really say that to everyone and they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kelsey really texted me like multiple times after the episode went out and she was like, you guys have the genuine nicest audience. So thank you guys so much for that. We appreciate that more than you will ever know.
And it'll be so difficult to continue to maintain that as we have guests with polarizing views and have things that'll come out. So I challenge you all to keep an open mind, but at the same time, call somebody out if you don't agree with them.
Except unless you're a bully mom.
Well, right. And then then
you're just wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fun. Our first live audience.
My first like angry rant to the point of not being able to form words.
Yeah. That was the most angry we've seen on the pod. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if there'll be some like out of focus butt like in the background, like moving around. We think
we could put your unfocused butt on there.
It wouldn't be the first or last.
Drop them drawers, babe.
I tried to get the gray sweatpant ad spot, but it didn't happen.
Merch coming soon.
Next week back, same time as always.
Same time as always. And that's it.
That it?
That's it.
All right.
Right?
Been Wild Till 9. See you next week.
Bye. All right, so you know we love an affordable but quality brand, and our next sponsor delivers both. Ana Luisa, that's ANALUISA, is a jewelry brand that creates everyday, timeless, and chic jewelry pieces with affordable price points starting at just $39. They make long-lasting pieces crafted with care from the best noble metals. They even offer a 365-day guarantee, and if you go to analuisa.com/wild and enter code WILD, you get 10% off your first purchase.
Ana Luisa also has a sustainable mission and only makes their jewelry in limited batches, ensuring the highest production standards while avoiding excess waste. They also offset 100% of their carbon emissions, which is always something we can get behind. Ana Luisa has the perfect pieces, whether you are shopping for yourself or a loved one.
And it's not like I need to do any more shopping, but the earrings...
Nope, you definitely don't.
Okay, well.
I feel like they didn't really put enough of emphasis.
Earrings that I just got from Ana Luisa have not left my ears.
Okay, they're cute.
What? They're so cute, right? They're so cute.
Okay.
They're these like little gold safety pins, and they are so cute and go with everything. They are seriously such good quality for an affordable price, which becomes even better when you use our link for 10% off. Also, if Friday couldn't get any better, they release new jewelry collections every Friday, so you can look forward to a new selection each week.
Go treat yourself and your loved ones and use our code WILD to get 10% off. I recommend them, and they're a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry. Go check out analuisa.com/wild, code WILD. That's ANALUISA.com/wild. Recently, I feel like we've all been reflecting on what interferes with our happiness a bit more. BetterHelp is here to assist you in addressing that by assessing your needs and connecting you with a licensed professional therapist. They let you connect in a safe and private online environment, and you can start communicating in less than 48 hours.
I've always been super transparent about my journey with anxiety, and BetterHelp has been a huge asset for me. Finding the right counselor and knowing they're always there for you when you need them is such a huge part of therapy. BetterHelp makes it free and easy to change counselors if needed, which assists in getting you the best care. Plus, and we know how much I love this, it's affordable and offers financial aid.
The service is available for clients worldwide. Find the particular expertise you need online and don't limit yourself to the counselors who are located near you. BetterHelp is affordable, convenient, and professional. Anything you say is confidential. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states.
We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/WT9. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/WT9.